take us through, the clarification that IHH is issuing, because as per reports, they'd already upped the bid last Friday. Now they're saying we're out.
That's right. In fact, Nikunj hit the nail on the head when he said that right now clearly looks like the TPG Manipal consortium seems to be the best place to actually take over the company, because late on Friday evening, we did have the official announcement coming in from Fortis Healthcare where they had to in fact disclose the valuation offered by IHH, which was 160 rupees per share. It is definitely a perk up over what TPG and Manipal were offering, but there was one rider to that, and that rider was that IHH still wanted some extra time to do diligence to submit a formal binding bid. Now, that is something that will delay the entire process a little more, because at the end of the day, IHH would want to do that extra diligence to make a final offer. This was just an indicative offer. But if you look at it from TPG Manipal's point of view, they have been, as Nikunj was pointing out, they have been in this right from day one. They are the suitors who have got access to the books of accounts, access to the assets. They have completed the entire formal process. So they are the ones at an advanced stage. And that is the reason why Fortis, of course, was in no position to entertain the IHH bid, because they have got a binding bid as compared to a non-binding informal bid from IHH. This leaves only two players in the race. You have the TPG Manipal consortium, and now you have the Munjals and the Burmans. But pedigree matters over here. At the end of the day, a shareholder may give emphasis not just to 5 or 10 rupees extra, but to a long-term stability and the right kind of management coming in. And that's where I think TPG Manipal, with their domain expertise, will have an edge. So the bidding war continues. This is clearly a setback for IHH, which was very, very keen on making a big bang entry into the Indian healthcare space.
Well, interesting. Very, very interesting with what's happening with Fortis. It's, sometimes when you see an asset of this kind and where the promoters were being forced to get out and they liquidated their assets, suddenly from being a promoter stroke board run company, it has now become a board run company where board frankly is going to do what they feel strategically could be better for them, but then you've got a minority shareholder uncle who want more bang for the buck.
But I just find it really strange that all this while IHH did not know that Manipal had a binding contract with Fortis, and they will never be able to make it in the race.
Yeah, so it's a complicated deal from an IHH standpoint, because you can come out with a binding bid when you've done your due diligence and that what the color of the book is, what is the liability, what is total debt. It has taken years for Diageo to turn around United Spirits, and when they studied the books for years and years. With Fortis, I think it was in the month of Jan, Deloitte was the auditor, and Deloitte said, look, we will not signing the book because the Singh brothers have taken out, they've siphoned off 500 crores. What have they done before that? What is the liability which you will inherit? What happens to the Daiichi case? Where will Daiichi come and do it? So it's not going to be one of those clean transactions that this asset is on sale, I'm going to go for the best suitors. Look at the NCLT case here. Ultratech suddenly out of the blue comes and says, look, I want to bid. Hello, where were you all this time?
No, this is a classic case of coming back to square one, where they started off from. I can't understand why the other drama, of the other suitors coming in and, oh, it's like that Me Too. Oh, they've put in the bid, maybe there is some value in this asset, maybe we need to consider it, but I think reality prevails.
Art auction style. Okay, but